Bossk is one of the most terrifying bounty hunters in the galaxy, and I was really hoping that we would see him in the Book of Boba Fett. However, I am hopeful to see him in either The Mandalorian Season 3 or the Book of Boba Fett Season 2 should we get one, which I think we will. As a Trandoshan, the reptilian mercenary earned his stripes early in his career by hunting down Wookiees on the nearby planet of Kashyyyk, before of course departing the Myteranor sector in search of more lucrative bounties. Every time Bossk would open his mouth, usually in some dingy, smoke-filled cantina, he loved to brag about his lofty achievements. And much to the chagrin of those around him, most of what Bossk said was true, so they couldn't even ridicule him for exaggerating. But for all of Bosk's fame, there was an even greater Trandoshan bounty hunter who preceded him, Kradosk, Bosk's father. Today we're going to take a look at this Republic-era guildsman. How did he climb the ranks of the Bounty Hunters Guild and make it all the way to the top? And why did he end his life, one bite at a time, as Bossk ate him? Kradosk was born decades before the start of the Clone Wars, but the Republic records don't reveal the exact date. In fact, much of what we know of Kradosk comes from the Legends continuity, so the Trandoshan's history might actually change at some point in the future. Just like Bossk, Kradosk was a proud, green-scaled, sharp-fanged Trandoshan, and that's almost all you need to know about the bounty hunter in order to understand his life. Trandoshans were massive, humanoid reptiles from the swamp-covered world of Trandosha. Their planet and the home world of the Wookiees, Kashyyyk, shared the same sun. So the two species encountered each other very early on in their evolution into interstellar civilizations. Unlike the Wookiees, the Trandoshans had a particularly violent religion. They believed that hunting down prey earned them favor with the gods, and that if they racked up enough kills, their ultimate deity, the Scorekeeper, would grant them eternal bliss in the afterlife. Kradosk, like his son Bossk, was guided by his dogma, and it drove him towards a career where killing wasn't exactly a bad thing. Years before Anakin would ever fight Count Dooku in the hangars of Geonosis, Kradosk traveled around the galaxy hunting and skinning Wookiees for their hides, and climbing the ranks of the Bounty Hunter Guild. At about the same time, a Mandalorian bounty hunter, Jango Fett, was quickly earning a powerful reputation of his own as the best bounty hunter in the galaxy. Kradosk often reached out to the Beskar armored warrior, requesting that he officially register and join the Bounty Hunters Guild. In only a few more decades, Jango's son, Boba, would become the guild's greatest asset. His reputation would become so great that he'd even become one of Darth Vader's go-to contractors. But Jango, at least in Legends, resisted, and it made sense. After all, Jango had embarrassingly outwitted Kradosk and Bossk on a hunt for Senator Rod, who planned to take control of the Fondor shipyards at the expense of the Republic. By the time the Clone Wars started, Kradosk found that the years of hunting had worn him down. A bit slower, a bit wiser. The Trandoshan was honored with the title of Guildmaster and took on a managerial role within the Bounty Hunting Guild. But besides a bit of writing, which culminated in his own autobiography detailing his favorite hunts and personal philosophy, Kradosk didn't do much as leader as the guild master. Nearly 2 decades after taking on the role, slightly before the Battle of Yavin, Kradosk, the ever-cunning Trandoshan, decided that he no longer wanted his son, Bossk, alive. In every encounter with the younger, more rageful reptilian, Kradosk sensed that his son was turning against him, and he'd like to kill Bossk before he, himself, was murdered. But the plot ultimately failed, just like with Plagueis and Palpatine. Bossk was younger, stronger, and arguably better at hand-to-hand combat. In the end, Kradosk was eaten, bite by bite, by his own son. This is the tale of Bosk's dad, and how he got eaten by his own son. Hope you enjoyed it. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video on Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember, the Force will be with you, always.